Uh, I am kind of messy because I haven't showered yet, but I don't feel like I'm actually waiting for something. But this is Montana in spring. I'll show you. Yeah, this is what Montana looks like in the spring. I know, right? Snow on the ground. Anyways, alright. Alright, so I like do these videos, like, sometimes I just like rambling and shit. Because that's, sometimes it seems like if you just ramble, things make more sense. And I'm not trying to, like, defend. Like, in the last time, I just, like I said, this is all my perspective of shit. I mean, you disagree with it, but you can't deny that I am Native American. I am Native American. I'm black. I'm part of the Blackfeet tribe of Montana. In Montana, we're right south of the Canadian border. If you want, I get you stats on that and how many of us there actually is, and but I mean, in the last couple days, I've been reading. But yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna play my game, and I'm just gonna ramble on about some stuff that really bothers me, and I think it's annoying. Okay. Anyways, all right. I was working for the. I was working for the the movie theater. Okay. Anyways, and it was my first day. I decided to like just I'm pretty nice guy. I like to hear everybody's opinion on stuff. I won't fight you about your opinion about anything. It's nice to hear it. That's one thing in a conversation that people forget. There's two sides of each story, two perspectives of each type of whatever is going on. Anyways, we're sitting there, we're talking about how Prince Charles and his woman was, how they were, and how everybody knows how it is, right? I don't know, if you don't read tabloids, I'll basically do a small thing. Prince Charles gets married to this woman, gets married to her, he ends up having to do a bunch of different shit that he probably never knew he had to do, being a prince, anyways. And the latest thing is that he had to. I don't know if they disowned him or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not 100% on this type of shit because my business. I mean, it's the world's business. Okay. Anyways, what I'm getting to is I must have some kind of like mental fucking something on me because I always get off on the things I'm trying to talk about. Anyways, okay, me and her were talking about, one thing about America that really bothers me, and I mean, it's not new. Being a Native American, this concept is not new. One thing about Americans, and one thing that's been shown throughout the history is that we like to push our beliefs on everybody. Everybody, As Americans, it's crazy because I mean, I don't know, it's like these social justice warriors wanting to change video games, building, the whole dynamic of someone else's culture, and and maybe it has to do with what happened to us. Maybe it has something to do with that happened to us because the fact was before colonization, we had our own religion, we had our own beliefs, we had our own way of organizing things, and check it out. All right, if you believe there's these tribes. When you first come to America, they're called the civilization tribes of the Americas. The first civilized tribes of Americas. And what it talks about when America first came to America. For people to change, they have to have something to stride for change. And if you want to dig more, I'll dig more about it. Um, well, anyways, that I'm just gonna say it. Our judicial system is supposedly, what I've read, is made up by Native Americans of this culture. Our culture work exactly the way our United States government works now. And to back up that theory, if you want to look at it, they're called, I think, the seven um, civilizations, the seven civilized nations of America. Something like that. The first, like I said, all this stuff is on top of my head because sometimes I'll get things wrong. So it'd be cool if someone checks it out. And if you watch, check it out. Anyways, but there's a huge theory on it, and I believe it because the fact is that as people, you can't just go from I mean everybody came from kings and queens, okay? So all of a sudden you don't have a king and a queen or a czar or whatever, then all of a sudden you make up this exclusive new way of living all of a sudden. Oh yeah, the first guy came over, I was like, oh yeah, I'll figure out, we'll do it like this and this. No, I don't think so. I don't believe that. I don't, being Native American, if you go back, I talked to the Seminole. She actually has a little bit of story about, he told us a little bit of story like how that goes. And when I went to the Blackfoot Academy, like I said, I did this big old thesis on about the first people of America. And, it being the way it was, I do really think that's the way America was built by the seven nations, the first seven nations of, I don't know what it's called, civil? Did I say civil? I don't know, civilized nations. All right, and anyways, back to what I was saying. Like I said, the reason I believe that that's true is because I don't believe that you can just come somewhere because it says all great minds think alike, but the best ideas are taken from somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. So, and we can debate this all along. I don't give a shit. But like I said, as Americans, you guys pushing shit on everybody. Like with my people, I mean, it doesn't matter what you say. Most likely, my family, or the next Native American next to me, will be Catholic. Christianity is, I go by Christianity, but a lot of my people that I know are Catholic, and because our people been through in boarding schools, were took by Indian agents, and just brought to these places and put as Catholic. And I'm not trying to knock the Catholic Church, but horrible things happen to those people. Horrible things happen to my ancestors. Horrible things happen to them. I asked if you ask some of the elders, they won't talk about it, just for the simple fact that it's been beaten out of them to the point where they don't even want. It's weird. You say something or do something that your culture did, you get beat up for it. And anyways, back to my point with the whole talk about the prince and his woman, basically. Okay, anyways, what I think as Americans, we like to push our shit on everybody, and the fact is Americans are always trying to make everybody American. I mean, that's awesome, but I mean, as an American, I really think, as a Native American, You gotta quit doing that to people. You gotta quit trying to make everybody American, because there's some of us out there that just don't give a shit. They just don't care. They don't like us, and that's probably the best thing about being American, is that a big majority of our people do not like us. You grow up somewhere else, you be dirt poor, and guess what? You're gonna stay dirt poor. You come to America, you work hard, you you know that's why you got Mexicans always jumping the border, because obviously they know that America is the land of the free. And I don't say brave because it's kind of a derogatory term. The free and the brave, they call us braves, and then break it down, it's pretty racist, but whatever. Anyways, it's positive, but still brave, whatever. Okay, that's what. Never mind. Like I said, I get these thoughts in my head that just kind of bounce around. Anyways, I'm talking about Prince Charles and his wife. You know, that's one thing, man. You can't just go fucking to someone's house and that's whatever you want to say. I mean, like I said, this is to put interpretation. This is my perspective. Whatever you want to say, that woman was maybe she was accepted by this family. And the fact is this family is royalty. Okay, so they have to, I don't know how royalty works, but man, I mean, I'm assuming you have to keep up a certain level of how would I say, a level of a certain lifestyle. And for this girl from America to come in and throw all her American fucking beliefs on a bunch of monarchs, what was she thinking? I don't want to be this way, but the fact is, I don't believe it. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't believe in any religion, but I'm native. I don't believe in native religion, but that doesn't mean that I can come into your freaking house and start ripping all your shit down and tell your woman that it's not real. You can't just come into someone's fucking life and start shitting on their beliefs. And that's kind of what she did. I mean, I hate to say it like that, like straight up like that, but that's what she did. As much as she wants to go and yell and scream and cry around about how this and this and this and this has happened, she should have looked how she was gonna have to be if she was with this man. Honestly, man, I was with a Catholic, man, and shit was hard, yo. That was like, there was times that, and the first thing I told her, she should have left me. The first thing I said was, when we first got together, like starting getting serious, was, I don't believe in anything that is pushed on to a whole bunch of people without their own consent. I don't believe in that. And it was more or less to be like, don't tell me the Catholic shit, please. That's my point of view of it, but we still got along. We were together 10 years, so obviously it didn't bother her that much. But that's it though, Her family knew I didn't like it, so they never fucking told me about it. There was times where me and her fucking mom would get at each other, but the fact is it was always a stalemate. Okay, whatever. Going on my point. But what I'm trying to say is, like, this woman is not in America. She's not living on American grounds. So what she wants to throw on these people, they don't have to listen to her. I don't know what the rights in wherever the prince lives. I don't know where the rights are, but when it comes to being American, that's in America. And like I said, to push your beliefs on another person, it's wrong. And my people know that. And you know, because they're Americans, you should respect that. She should have respected that. That she was into a monarchy. You know, she didn't have to stay there. No, she didn't have to stay there. No, she didn't have to stay. It wasn't like Prince Charles tied her ass up. And I might got that name wrong or not, but he didn't tie her up and be like, "Hey, bitch, you gotta stay, man." He probably said with his real fucking bad little English accent, bitch, or whatever they say, you know. But I mean, looking at it, I mean, she was trying to say they're racist, they're this, and this. But hey, man, I mean, well, what's the point? You're trying to throw, just like Americans do, you're trying to throw American values on people that don't want your American values. And don't get me wrong, I love America. I love it. I love this country. I love it. You know, I've I've been to Canada. Canada's okay, but America is fucking awesome, man. But you know that's what it is. That's my point of view of that. I mean, this is my fucking channel, my point of view of shit, and that's my point of view of that. She should have thought about what the hell she was doing before she got with the guy. And she should have thought about the family. She should have thought about their family before she thought about herself. And in a relationship, you have to get along with the family. Unless they're an orphan, it doesn't matter. But much as I know about being with somebody, rich, poor, whatever, that family dynamic is there. And if you're not a part of it, you have to pick up a little bit of it. But if you're just totally against it, then hey, man, there's no point to even being there. That's my point of view. I'm done talking about it. Yeah.